Okay, part 2. This is the end of Sound of Silence. I'm like so excited for this. All right. I will give you fair warning that it is currently 6:45 in the morning on Tuesday before Thanksgiving break. I woke up at like 4:45 this morning and I couldn't sleep, so I finally got up and I'm like, well, I got to get these videos taken anyway, so I'll go to work early and videotape these tutorial videos. But I will also give you fair warning that I have not warmed up my voice this morning. So we'll see. I just did the first soprano part, and I'm just like, sorry, divas, I do not have these notes this morning. So we're just going to have to see. But lesson learned, don't be like Mrs. Weaver. At least do a couple of minutes of vocal warm-ups with your voice. All right? Okay. The quick note about this last verse. The timing is a little bit different on this, so that's going to be the critical part to just turn your brain on for the timing. You do need to be looking at your music, so if you have not pulled up the sheet music yet, even the digital copy, please pause me and go ahead and go find that right now. Okay, we are going to be looking and actually starting the middle of page 6. This is the end of verse 4 because the bottom of page 6 is where the timing gets a little bit clunky. Not clunky. I like the timing, but it's just different. So we want to really be aware of this. So we're going to start and do the last two systems on page 6. But my words like silent raindrops fell. Now this is the really big moment, right, in the song. But my words like, but I've not warmed up this morning. So I am going to do what's called in theater and in singing marking. And that means I'm doing the timing, I'm doing the words, I'm doing the notes, but I'm not going full volume. I'm not giving everything in the moment to save my voice. And that is perfectly okay to mark. Dancers do it too when they're just needing to run through the choreography but not go all the way jazz hands, but they're doing most of it. It's called marking. So I'm going to mark today with our songs. All right, starting in the middle of page 6, we're going to do the last two systems, and I'm going to count it out. Follow along in your music. See if you can piece this out on your own. 3, 4, but my words like silent raindrops fell. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Again, I just messed it up. I'm going to circle it in my music so I don't mess it up again for you. Okay. All right, let's look at the bottom of page 6. You have a full measure of rest, and then you have a quarter rest, and you come in. Echoed. Man, that is awkward. Echoed, echoed, echo, echo. All right, I want you to place it right in the front of your forehead. You do not need to give a lot of sound to this, but you need to support and open up. So when I'm singing echoed, think of it as E-H, echoed. And mental trick, think ah when you sing it. That's just a little mental trick I've learned long ago, that if I have a vowel that's naturally closed, if I think ah, my mouth just magically opens up just a little bit more. Just do the echoed and just lightly do it. This is, okay, if you look at the music right there, the sopranos are going and echoed, and then the part 3 echoes you. So it's this little echo thing. So it's not echo, echo, echo. No, that's not what we're doing. It's more the echo, echo, echo. Okay, so don't stress about that note on e. Just hit it lightly, give yourself lots of space and lots of support. Let's do just the bottom of page 6. 1, here's your measure of rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence. Do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence. Good, do that again, okay? Because I think we're locking in that timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence. Now I'm marking, which means I'm not doing all of the emotional content of this. I'm just getting the timing and the notes, okay? So go ahead and do that again. Don't worry about dynamics. Don't worry about the emotional connection. Just do that again, bottom of page 6, starting with the measure of rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence. Now, anytime that you sing silence, drop that TS, yes, just like dropping the bus. A mental trick with our audience is we can barely finish the ends of words, and they will finish the word in their head for you. So we want that TS to be just really like of silence. Literally that much. Okay, start at the middle of page 6, which is the end of verse 4. Here we go. But my words. 3, 4. But my words like silent raindrops fell. 1, 2, 3, 4. And echo. I keep wanting to do and echo. Okay. So that's a little mental thing to put in your brain. This one, you don't sing and echo. You just sing echoed, okay? I even have that circled in my music. So that's one you're just gonna have to go back and back and back in order to make sure that you get it. Ready? Do that again. From the middle of page 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. But my words like silent raindrops fell. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence. Good. Okay, so we're going to go to the top of page 7. I just need to finish the soprano track real quick. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry. Yeah, you get me. Here you go. Oh, that's going to be a great screenshot. There you go. Oh my gosh, seriously, you all. How do you deal with me some days and all of my squirreliness? You're awesome. Okay, seriously. Okay, middle of page 7. Now these first 2 phrases, you actually have the melody. And the people bowed and prayed. Make sure that that is nice and open. Prayed. It's more of a prayed, but not prayed because that's too much. Still bring that back of that tongue up. So it's prayed. And the people bowed and prayed. Do that. Ready? 3, 4. And the people bowed and prayed. Good. Put D of prayed and made on beat 4. Okay. Next phrase. To the neon god they made. Good. And nice and open in the back, but bring the back of the tongue up to brighten that vowel just a little bit. Top of page 7. 3, 4. And the people bowed and prayed. To the neon god they made. Good. Okay, I'm going to do that with the sopranos real quick because the sopranos have something really cool, and I don't want you to get thrown off when you hear. Never mind. But go ahead, do it with me. Ready? Top of page 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. Now from here, it's normal, okay, on that E flat. And the sign, do it with me. Read it. 3, 4. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. Then the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls and whispered in the sounds of silence. Okay, so it feels a lot like all of the rest of the verses that we've been doing, right? So I want you to look at the very end of the song, that of silence. Now there's a fermata over that. So if I was directing this in person, man, I'd be like, of silence. And I directed, did you see that? The drop the bus, of silence. and just barely dropping that TS. If I was directing you in person, that's what I would do. And that moment would be like, whoa, in person, like the audience would be like, seriously, did they just do that? Yeah. So I'm going to cross my fingers that maybe our end of the school year concert, maybe we can bring this back as 8th grade. Oh my gosh, in person? Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, we will do that. I will try and do that. But because this is a recording, I want you to just decrescendo your sound until you have no more sound. Now, if you wanted to base it on a count, you could think about 8 counts that you're just dropping it down. Put the TS just super, super lightly, simply because, and I almost need you to not do the TS right there and just fade out to silence of silence. Simply because dropping that TS on a recording is going to be difficult without me directing. So I think just decrescendo out and don't even hit the TS. Okay. Can we go ahead and start and the sign? Let's go ahead and do all of this. Let's put it all together. But my words, so middle of page 6. So this is a lot, but we're going to throw it all at you. You got this. Here we go. Ready? 3. But my words like silent raindrops fell. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls. And whispered. Oh, I was just going like on autopilot with that E flat because yeah, it's 6:55 in the morning. Okay. So top of page 8. Let's do all of page 8. Words of the prophets, and I'm gonna circle in my music, going down to the D and whispered at the very last note on the top system. Okay. Words of the prophet. 3, 4. Words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence. Now, I'm marking right now, which means I'm not putting any dynamic differences in this. But when you get to that last of silence, oh my gosh, this is the hugest emotional break of the entire song. Now, again, we have to do this to a track that's just going to keep that metronomic beat going. And if I was directing in person, man, we'd maybe crescendo right there, and then we'd let it ring, and then we'd drop into the of silence. Okay, I want to do that so badly with you. Okay, but since this is on a track, just make sure that you emotionally disconnect and change the emotion for that last of silence. Okay, you have that 8th rest, just like what we've been doing the entire song. Okay, do page 8 again. Words. Ready? Words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence. Okay, so you're going to be in charge of making sure that you do that emotional break right there, because it's going to be like so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm way past time with you. Okay, you got